learning objectives. By the end of this chapter, you will be able to in lower classes, we learned that energy is needed to do all the activities such as breathing, working, walking, etc. Even if we are not doing any activity, the energy is still needed to maintain the working of our body. This energy comes from the food which we eat. Can you answer these questions? Do you know how animals and plants obtain their nutrition? What are autotrophs? What are heterotrophs? What are saprophytes? How can our body perform different functions? Let us try to answer these questions and learn more about nutrition. First, let us learn about nutrition and its importance. The process of intake of food, its digestion and distribution to different parts of the body is termed as nutrition. In simple words, nutrition is the process of acquiring energy and materials for growth. Some substances like carbohydrates, proteins, fats, minerals, etc. present in the food that support the growth of organisms and provide raw materials for the biosynthesis of the body constituents are called nutrients. Generally, nutrients are classified into three groups, namely energy-yielding carbohydrates and fats, body-building proteins, growth-regulating or protective. Organisms need food for various purposes such as to grow and get energy to perform various life activities, repair the damaged cells and tissues, produce enzymes and hormones which are essential to carry out and maintain proper life activities, and develop resistance against diseases. Now, let us learn about the classification of different types of nutrition found in organisms. Generally, the classification of nutrition is shown on the screen. Hover the mouse over the tabs to know more about their process. Now, let us learn about modes of nutrition. Generally, organisms differ each other in their modes of deriving nutrients from the environment. Based on the mode of obtaining food, organisms are classified into two types. They are autotrophs, heterotrophs. Hence, there are mainly two modes of nutrition. They are autotrophic nutrition, heterotrophic nutrition. To begin with, let us learn about the requirement of nutrition in plants. The process by which green plants can make their own food, glucose, from simple substances like carbon dioxide, water from the soil, sunlight and minerals which are present in the surroundings, is called autotrophic mode of nutrition. Organisms using this mode of nutrition are called autotrophs. Autotrophs produce large compounds like carbohydrates, proteins, and lipids, etc. These carbohydrates produced by plants are used for providing energy in most of the living organisms, including all animals and human beings. Everything we eat comes from the plants, either directly or indirectly. After many centuries of research, scientists have discovered that the process of photosynthesis makes plants the universal food provider for all living organisms. Van Helmont and other scientists have concluded that plants not only get food materials from the soil, but also from other factors during photosynthesis. Let us learn about this process further. In the leaves of a plant. Indirectly, after many centuries of research, that plants not only get photosynthesis is the process by which plants prepare their own food. It occurs in the leaves of a plant. Every green plant contains a green pigment called chlorophyll, which develops complex organic molecules from simple compound in the presence of sunlight. C.B. Van Niel formulated a simple equation on photosynthesis in the year 1931. His idea was for each molecule of carbohydrate formed, one molecule of water and one molecule of oxygen is also produced. This is a very simplified equation and does not reflect the complexity of the process of photosynthesis. Yet, we shall use it for now. Plants are capable of synthesizing carbohydrates and all other compounds like proteins, fats, etc. Animals depend on plants for food such as carbohydrates because they are not capable of synthesizing carbohydrates on their own.